Hey guys, what is up? It is Flexpoint and oh wow, this was updated. Cool. I did not know that. Anyways, that looks really nice. Anyways, guys, it is Flex, and today I am gonna upload maybe like 3 videos, some that I have left over, or that I've been playing in the past week. Let me get the background music. And it's gonna be a Gangplank game, Gangplank versus Shen. This is actually with the newest patch, 5.17, I believe. I think that's what it's called, 5.17. I could be wrong, but it's the most recent patch. Let me find out for sure. Yeah, 5.17. All right, so Gangplank just did get nerfed. The armor pen from his barrels changed from 60% to 50%. And they implemented a 0.5 second cast time when you're throwing your barrels out, or between barrels.
Minions have spawned.
Still very strong. They didn't nerf his base damages. They just nerfed the penetration from the barrels, but it's nothing to Last Whisper 1 up. And 50% armor reduction is still actually very strong. So I wasn't too worried, and I went back to playing ranked. This is a ranked game. This is on my Smurf, so. This is, my Smurf is gold 3, but if you saw in the champ select, there were a few, last season platinum players. In this game, I think there were like 3 or 4 platinum players, which is good because I'm barely gold 3, so it's a good sign for my MMR. Anyways, taking the camp, the Raptor camp, I start off with Q, and I make sure to stack every single, unit with my Q. You hit the Raptors twice, the baby Raptors, and then hit them with a Q. And then just proceeded to kill the big one. Kited it a little bit so that I can get off my Q off cooldown. Runes and Masteries will be in the description, but I can give you a basic rundown. Runes and Masteries 2190. I take 2 points in Butcher, 1 point in Butcher, 1 point in Feast, and I cap out my penetration. Yeah, I cap out penetration, I think. As for my runes, since it is my Smurf and I don't have any IP for runes, I just win 80 quints, 80 reds, Scallion MR blues, flat armor yellows. Now when you go Gangplank in the lane, the first thing you want to do is you want to put barrels in the bush. At least 1, okay, and just have it sit there. So that if this Shen were to fight me right now, ideally what I would want to do is walk into the bush and use my barrel to give me an advantage. That's pretty much the idea of Gangplank, which is like what makes him really strong in the early game. Because remember, it's 50% armor penetration. That's a lot, especially if you use your Q. For those of you that didn't know, if you use Parlay or your Q on a barrel, it'll do the damage from Parlay and not your auto attack, which is really good. That also does apply Triforce and Frozen Gauntlet, Iceborne Gauntlet, and if you go AP Gangplank, Lichbane, sure. But you get what I mean. It applies on hit effects. If you get a static shiv, it'll use a static shiv as well, and yeah, it's a nice little thing to know. So I am not using my barrels to harass. I mean, I am harassing him, but it's a nice little, it's a combo. I'm mostly using the barrels right now as a defensive mechanism or to help me thin out the wave. If it just so happens that he gets hit by it, then that's just a bonus. Like I said, he's Shen. Shen did just get nerfed a little bit. It was a slight nerf. But like I said, I'm focused on farming. I'm not auto-attacking him. I'm not hitting him with Qs. I'm just doing my thing, farming. Okay. And that's what you should be doing. Like if you use Gangplank. See, like right there, I wasn't focused on hitting him. I just didn't cast the barrel on range. So I mean, I hit him. It was that's not mana efficient to use 2 barrels in a Q to deal 100 damage to Shen. You know what I mean? It's not efficient. So I didn't really prefer it. I didn't want to do it. Like I said, just farming with Q here, auto-attacking. I'm not even auto-attacking him. Really, really passive lane phase. And now, again, barrel in the bush, And if he were to engage on me, I would just throw a barrel on myself and shoot the barrel on the bush and cause the chain reaction. If I was going against somebody more offensive, like maybe a Riven or a Darius or a Renekton, you would immediately run to your bush, and if they chase you, throw a barrel next to them and just cue the barrel in the bush and cause the reaction, the chain reaction, and that's how you deal all your damage. So I recall, and I get my Everest Blade, I believe. Yes, my Everest Blade. It's mostly just for the gold income, and if I can get a lucky kill from, if I can get a lucky crit from my Q, then so be it. But like I said, it was mostly for the gold income, and I was gonna inevitably build a either Youmuu's or Static Shiv. So yeah, let's go ahead and fast forward it. And now that I've explained the lane phase, I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward it a little bit. Barrel in the bush, and just use it to thin out the wave. It's extremely important to use your Q to farm. Alright, if a minion's about to die before your Q comes off cooldown, then by all means, just auto attack it. But you get my point. Barrel in the bush. That should be like automatic. As soon as you walk into lane as Gangplank, barrel in the bush. Really easy kill there. Good gank by Gragas. Again, we're gonna look at how he started it off. I saw Gangplank coming, so what did I do? I threw a barrel right on top of him. I saw he was out of energy, and I queued, I auto-attacked the barrel in the bush to cause a chain reaction. You could have used your Q, but I wanted, I think it might have been on cooldown. But regardless, still got the kill. I went ahead and ulted the wave, so Shen can miss as much CS as possible, since he didn't have teleport. Oh, there it goes. I figured he didn't have teleport, so I was hoping that he would miss a lot more, but that's fine. I get my Sheen next. You do want to rush your Triforce here. I just like, if I recall with 800 gold, I mean, you can get a Phage, and I mean, you can get Phage components, but I mean, I just prefer like to get the average blade, just to help you with your gold income. So I'm at 74 farm, he's at 60. It's good. It's good for me. Like, when you have a farm, like a CS advantage against your opponent, I mean, just think about it mathematically. You obviously, that means what? You have more gold, you have more experience. But it should be like something that you take to heart, because you're like, okay, like this guy has less CS. I mean, he can't farm. I'm better. You know, I do a lot better farming. You know what I mean? The double miss changed, and I actually threw the barrel too far out. When you throw the barrel, they have to be within radius of each other, and that one was like, you see, I didn't really make it. If I would have made it, it would have been great. We might have gotten the kill, but we didn't. Alright, so pretty big fight here. Notice I stand next to my barrel, and LeBlanc does a really good job of us standing next to it also. I'm not worried about fighting here because I'm pretty strong, but then I see Jax and I was like, I immediately got to flash out. Now this is the part. This is where the barrel comes in handy, okay? You keep it out of range of someone from the other team to auto attack, and as soon as they think they're safe, you throw another barrel, and boom, just like that, 350 health gone. And then I give him an auto, pop the ulti, predicted his flash there, I figured it was coming. But by that time he was out of the fight. I kill the Shen, and then I die there. And I think we make him flash here. Yeah, he flashes. So we traded one for... Oh, actually, my bad. Gragas came in to clean up 2 kills, which was great. And that's worth for us. That's very worth for me. I didn't mind dying at all, as long as I was able to deal as much damage as possible. Now, what I tend to do, or what I first did when I started using Gangplank is, I got this idea that I only deal damage with my barrels. You don't. You do a lot of damage with your Q and with your auto attacks. So yeah, this is definitely something to keep in mind. Like, if you can auto attack somebody, auto attack them. Alright, so the next thing I get is the Phage and the dagger. Honestly, if I had to choose between the Phage and the dagger and the Brawlish gloves, I should get Brawlish gloves. Another thing to keep in mind is, as Gangplank with your ultimate, it kind of has a little like, has like an what do you call it? Like a task to upgrade. You need Silver Serpents. So I'm trying to think about another person I can upgrade. Victor. It's kind of like Victor. How you can upgrade one of your spells. Well, it's the same thing with Gangplank, but you can only upgrade your ultimate 3 times. To upgrade your ultimate, you need 500 Silver Serpents, and you collect Silver Serpents by stacking your Q. Okay, at 500 you can upgrade. Alright, now here's the thing. Parley kills a target, Gangplank plunders 8 bonus gold, and for each gold plundered, Gangplank gains a Silver Serpent. So for 8, whenever you kill a unit with Parley, you get 8 Silver Serpents. Alright, now this can stack, and this can stack if you read your powder keg. If Gangplank destroys a keg, it explodes, dealing the attack damage as physical damage, ignores 50% armor to enemies, and slowing them by 50%. Champions take 110 bonus physical damage. When a keg explodes, other kegs overlapping blast zones, but the damage doesn't stack. Keg's health delay or decays every 1 second. Decay rate increases at 7 to 13. Keg explosions apply Parley's plunder effect. Okay, so if you throw down 2 barrels on a big wave of minions, and you Parley on the barrel, and the barrel causes the chain reaction, and you clear the entire wave, that's 8 times 7. That is 54 stacks. No, it's not 54. It's 56. 56 stacks of Silver Serpents, just like that. Instead of just doing 1 by 1 minion with your Q at 888, just throw down a barrel, kill as many minions with it by queuing the barrel. If you auto attack the barrel, it doesn't take effect. You have to queue the barrel. That's how you're able to generate Silver Serpents really quickly. Before I realized that you can actually use your barrels to help you farm your Silver Serpents, I was usually getting my first upgrade at about 18 minutes, 19 minutes. But once I discovered how to do this, or learned, I think I got it this game in like 15 minutes. Now, I saw the Shen use his ultimate. I immediately followed with my teleport. Now my teleport, it wasn't really much to get a kill, but the point is to show them I was present and I was there. I saw the Shen ulti, and boom, I popped my TP to cut the jacks off in case he wanted to run away. Again, am I gonna get a kill? Probably not, but it's nice to show that I'm reactive and they know that I'm there and they back off. Okay. So next thing I'm just gonna go back to him. Again, even if your TP does, if you're going against someone like Shen or like Pantheon who has his ultimate, even if it may not lead to a kill, just your presence is really nice. You know what I mean? Saw a chance to get my ulti off mid and ended up killing Morgana for it. Now this is what I mean about stacking parlay, okay, or with your barrels. So I'm gonna throw my barrel down any second, and then I'm gonna queue it, and I get silver serpents for all of those minions instead of just one. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean about stacking barrels for Silver Serpents. Notice I wasn't really smacking the tower because I wanted the turret to kill the minions. He's out of energy, so I wasn't worried about him. Barrel in the bush, of course, always. Once you finish your Triforce, you'll be able to one-shot the backline with barrels. Again, I'm farming, you know what I mean? I'm not forcing anything with the Shen. I have enough to upgrade now, because it's at 500. So that's what I go do. First upgrade I get, and the first upgrade anyone should get, is Fire at Will. Cannon's Barrage fire rate increases over its duration, and it adds like 7 more waves. Now this is really good about ultimate placement. Alright, so let's go ahead and slow it down here. Alright, so let's look at the position of the team. Shen engages. Now, right now in game, this is where I'm looking at. This is what I see. Okay, since I don't have lock cam, I'm looking at this. Alright, Shen just wasted his feint or his taunt. Gragas is tanking. So what do? I cast my ultimate here. Fizz is already really low. Jax is at about half his health, but again, Jax is jungling, so he's very squishy. Alright. I cut him off with the ultimate here, so it forces them to either go outwards toward the bush in the mid lane, or to hard engage or walk back into us, because these guys aren't going to walk through my ultimate to run away. Okay, ultimate placement. I made sure to cover that exit and completely cut it off from the fight. So out of the confusion, Jax decides he wants to engage while everyone else is disengaging. And again, they have to linger in that bush because they can't run away from my ultimate. Jax goes in, gets melted. Again, they're still waiting in this bush, waiting for my ulti to go away. Now that it goes away, now Vayne runs out to where my ultimate was cast. And I mean, there goes Shen. Like, ultimate placement. Sometimes you don't need to cast it on 5 people. Sometimes you can cast it on 3 and cut off someone. Okay? Looking for the Morgana, gave her a flash Q, Ripperino. All about placement. Again, lane the turret, kill the minions, and just hard farming with my barrels. I am at 145 farm to Shen's 105. So I'm really farmed. 80 carries are barely at 90. I'm at 50 more farm than 80 carries. So this is really good for me. I got my Triforce, I've got a BF sword, CDR boots, average bladed Dorans, 18 minutes into the game. Like, I'm about to get Triforce Infinity Edge by 20 minutes. That's really good. With an average blade and tier 2 boots. I think I'm gonna cast my ulti here. There you go. Again, look where I'm casting it. I don't cast, like, I completely cut off an entrance, like a route. Okay, now Jax has to choose, am I gonna run in or am I gonna run out? If I run out, I'm on Gangplank ulti. If I run in, I'm against his Corki. See what I mean? I cut off an entrance and an exit. Okay. The new Gangplank ulti is incredibly strong, especially when you upgrade it. Alright. So again, I'm farming with my barrels, upgrading. I get my pickaxe there, and I get my tier 3 boots because I can afford them. I get baited out here too. This is like so obvious, and like I saw the Jax walk up, and I was like, man, I'm gonna wreck this guy. And then he duped me. But I mean, I got 3 levels on the guy, so I can still melt him. Now, there's nothing I can do here. Sona kind of baited it well, but I underestimated the Sona ultimate and the exhaust. If I would have known she had exhaust, I would have obviously fought it a lot better.
Blue team's turret.
I'll come back stronger.
Alright, so I got my Infinity Edge Triforce, tier 3 boots, average play 23 minutes. That's good. Alright, fun fight here. So, barrel in the bush. We're gonna freeze it here. Now, what Vayne doesn't see is this barrel. Okay, so she doesn't know if she walks up, I can quickly cast a barrel and proc it instantaneously and deal a ton of damage, which is exactly what you're gonna see right now. So I wait in the bush, get my barrel, and here comes Shen, and I just bided my time, waiting. I see him recalling. Now here we go. I throw a barrel right on top of her, cue the bush barrel, and then rip. Like, that was it. And like, I'm still fighting this dude. I got like 500 health, and I'm just trying to fight this dude. That was a really bad barrel. I meant to try and like attack move that direction, but I accidentally casted my barrel. Like, I'm fighting this guy. Like, I don't even care. Alright. Luckily for me, got some quick thinking. I I got pinged out by my teammates, so I didn't even wait. I went ahead and assumed that they were on my tail right now. So I just TP'd out. And sure enough, here comes Jax. So if I would have recalled, oh, actually he started auto attacking those. So I guess I would have made it. But again, being a little resourceful with my teleport. Didn't know if I was gonna make it or not, so why risk it? Just use your TP. I have tier 2 boots or tier 3 boots. So I teleport to a tower, like it's on reduced cooldown. Right. Alright, so next thing I'm going for is my last whisper. I used to just go like straight I used to go straight like double, triple infinity edge, but I didn't really do that anymore. Nice little tactic to do when you're sieging towers. Throw one barrel behind their wall so that they can't see it. Well, they could obviously see it there because it's warded. But throw one behind the bush, and then put a second one right over the wall, and boom, just like that. And just like that, we completely win the siege. You chunked them for 700 health.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
What exactly did I ulti there?
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
What on earth did I ulti? Oh, I ulti top lane, now I remember. Still got the burn flash, so I'll go worth. Again with the barrels, way behind the wall, put one on yourself, and just start stacking them everywhere. Sure enough, got Shen, easy peasy, boom. 666. Rip. That dude's gotta run away.
Red team's
Wave clear. Alright, 235 farm, 6-1 and 6. How much gold I got? I'm at 13k gold. The closest one to me is 10-3 LeBlanc. Like, or no, 11-3 Corky. It's the closest one to me. Alright, so I finished my last whisper, and yeah, I'm pretty much a monster right now. It's not even fair. I come top to try and fight this guy, but he runs away, and it doesn't really bother me. I know he can't fight. I got 3 levels on the guy. Like, there's no way he can fight me. Barrels dealing 1274 damage. Add the extra 110 or whatever. How much is it added? 200. Like, added 200 damage to champions. Like, that's insane. Alright, here you go. Let's check out this ultimate again. So what does this do? Alright, if you look closely, look at the circle. Alright, the circle completely closes off from the tower to the edge of the wall. So the only safe passage they can go is out here. Alright, okay, I'm laughing because I meant to do it so that I can kill the Morgana. She is dumb enough to walk back in. It was pretty funny. Really good engage. Right here, so I cut him off from going one direction. Morgana's like up and runs back in. Shen runs through it, takes more damage, but like, look at where they're standing. Now they're standing here rather than over here next to the tower. You know what I mean? Be tactical with it. Oh man, that condemn failed. Oh, by the way, I'm over here taking tower. In case y'all were wondering, I'm chilling. And there was a forfeit. It was a good game. 260 farm to 166. I mean, Gangplank still incredibly strong. Top 3 top laners now. It's sad. It sucks because I used to say like it was Aurelia that was a top tier top laner, Rumble, but like with the emergence of the new Garen and Darius and Gangplank, it's like these guys have completely taken over. Fiora, I love it. Like, I like that everyone is super strong now. I'd rather have everyone super strong than just only 3 champions that are super strong. You know what I mean? Now, if you ban 3 top laners, the OP junglers are going to be up. Or you want to ban the OP junglers, the top laners are going to be up. Or you want to ban top laners and junglers, the mid laners are going to be up. Like, I like that. Alright? As for the game, this game right now, a few things to remember. One, barrel in the bushes. As soon as you walk into lane level 2, throw one in the bush. If somebody hard engages onto you, run towards that barrel and fight there, and you'll have a huge advantage. Okay. Early game, don't really worry too much about harassing and getting kills. Just focus on farming. I mean, if you got a jungler that you're duo queuing with, or he's cool with you or something, then go ahead and kill him. Try your best. But it's not really a priority. It wasn't for me. I mean, and I did extremely well. I left the Shen alone. I didn't harass him that much. I didn't mean to harass him. I did, but I didn't really want to. And I still did really well. Alright, know your priorities. My priority to fight and lose CS, or my priority not to fight and get all the CS? Alright, I didn't get all the CS, obviously. I think I'm like 30 creeps away from perfect farm. Alright, it's nowhere near perfect. But just get your priorities straight, especially in the top lane. I think right now with most top lane mains, it's like you're not only good with one champion. You need to be good with not just the champion, but with the lane and the general knowledge of top lane. Alright, when to get farm, when not to get farm, when to harass, when not to harass. Alright, these are things that are extremely important in the top lane. Alright, and right now I value farm more than harass. Especially with these like new skills that you can use on Gangplank. You need to upgrade your ultimate by farming. Like, it's so important to farm. But anyways, this was my Gangplank versus Shen video. I hope you enjoyed it. There's going to be another game to follow. It's going to be a Darius game. I've been playing a lot of Darius and Gangplank because of how broken they are. So be on the lookout. The game is going to be... that video will be uploaded very, very soon. Thank you all for watching. Again, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section, and I will answer them as soon as I can. Usually it'll be within 5 minutes of when you post a question, so be quick on the lookout for a response. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you'd like, you can go to my Twitch, ask me questions there at twitch.tv/Flexpointlol, or if you look at the top right side of the screen, you can see it right there. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Again, thank you all for the support. Pretty cool thing happened last night. Last night I streamed to 100 viewers. It was 111, I think, for the first time ever. I think the most I'd ever gotten was like, I want to say 18, and it was pretty cool streaming to over 100. I was asked a lot of questions, and I loved it. I loved answering questions. I loved talking to the viewers, and I still played really well. So I think that really helps me play when like people ask me questions and I get to not be distracted. Like, I think I'm more distracted in game not talking to anybody than when people ask me questions on my Twitch, because when people don't ask me questions, it lets me look at some of the stupid things people do in this game. I played with a Rammus earlier that got Poacher's Knife, like rushed it, and then he got like, I think it was like a Morellonomicon or something. It was very, very dumb. But again, thank you all for the support. 100 viewers was amazing. I loved it. It was a rush. But again, thank you all for the support. And I love all y'all, and I will see you later. Hope you enjoyed the video.